rolling?
Oh, shit.
Hello.
Welcome back to the movie meter. It's time with Sir.
Tejas.
And
Scott.
and Josh. Again. This week we watched Joker. What did you guys think?
Joker.
Scott, you want to go first?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like Joker. That was a fun movie. I'd already watched it in theaters, like with Scott actually, like a couple months ago. It was good. Like it wasn't as good as like The Dark Knight or something like that, but it was also like a very different movie than The Dark Knight. I thought it was interesting. I was like, it was basically just like a Scorsese movie that they kind of like just taped the Joker superhero part on, like basically at the very end, just to like. Because I guess like in 2019 you can't make a movie unless it's a superhero movie, but I thought like as a movie like it was pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought it was like an independent film. It felt like an independent character study film that was just like tacked into the DC universe or whatever. Like that didn't really feel necessary, and it felt like some of the elements of there were like forced in. I thought it was a little overhyped. I saw it in theaters too when the hype was really big, and I did enjoy it. I thought Joaquin Phoenix's
He was really good.
Yeah, he was like a 10 out of 10, but as far as like the overall power of the film, I left feeling like a little empty. Like it was really interesting seeing that character, but as far as like the social commentary, it didn't feel as nuanced as like what it was like inspired by. Like I don't know if you've seen The King of Comedy, but it's a Scorsese film that is
It's inspired by that, right?
yeah, it's really similar, and I'd seen that before, and I thought like that was just handled in a more like nuanced way, whereas here I didn't really buy into like the society being like, I just felt like, what now? Like you've seen this guy being beaten down, and then it just feels like things are happening conveniently, like the society's like rising up like a bunch of monsters, and like it's like it leaves you feeling like sort of empty and like, what now? So it's sort of like presented this horrific situation, but it's not really doing anything new with it or like twisting it in any unique way. It's just sort of like, here's this, have a look at it, you know, which isn't necessarily wrong, but it just sort of left me feeling like I needed more. But.
Yeah. Sort of, I guess on the opposite side, I thought the social commentary was pretty powerful because I guess it's a particularly talked about topic today, so it was pretty bold to bring it in the spotlight, sort of.
Mental health or like wealth inequality?
Yeah, mental health. And so just to see how traumatic it can be for people and how alone they can feel, that was a very powerful message. And then also on the flip side, towards the end, you kind of had this idea that, look, he's actually not alone. You have all these people supporting him, even though it's not necessarily shown in the brightest vein. That was just an interesting take. Yeah, so I guess Tej brought up that archetype is good versus evil, right?
I think so, yeah. Which like I like personally like I don't know if I really see it as much. Like I see it more as like a dude getting corrupted by society than like straight like good on the side, evil on the side. I might be wrong about the archetype though. I didn't look that closely.
Oh, okay.
So
Fair enough. Is it?
Yeah, I agree with you, like the mental health thing is pretty powerful, but it feels like once you show something, you should like do something with it in a unique way. Like I did enjoy like really up to the end, like that we're getting a glimpse into that, but it just felt like for me like I don't know, it felt like it sort of like romanticized it in a way that just like left me feeling like, okay, so we've seen that, but like.
do you think it romanticized it?
I don't know if it romanticized it as much as it like it was so like on the nose. Like
Yeah.
it just felt like, yeah, that's like society felt like it was just like this caricature of itself or something. It just felt, and I know it's like a comic book movie, but it still felt just like a little, I don't even know what it was missing. It just didn't hit me.
Well, I also think like you're supposed to see it from like Joker's eyes, and like he's an unreliable narrator the entire time, so it's possible like society isn't actually like as messed up as like he sees it being, but like from his eyes, like this is what everything looks like.
I really struggled with the resolution because I didn't see what the ending really where
Like
they
the
are.
message is supposed to say.
I somewhat get them. I don't get where they're going after that. Now that all this chaos has erupted, what follows?
I thought it was kind of like a standalone. It's not part of the whole like DC kind of
Yeah, I don't
universe.
think-
But just in general, if you have a
Oh yeah,
resolution.
like versus like what society is gonna be like.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
what I thought too. Like,
I
what
thought
is-
there was no way that was the end of the movie, and then they just got it done.
What do you think the theme was? Like having, like, what was the overall social commentary of ending the film on a note where he's sort of like a Christ figure or something, and like everyone's. sort
Yeah,
of-
I kind of saw it as the world has always been chaos, and you kind of just have to look closely to see it, and then it's always been chaotic.
I saw it as that didn't actually happen. Like I thought that was another like unreliable narrator thing,
Oh,
and like
really?
he actually wasn't like the king of the world at the very end.
Mm.
Like you didn't actually like kill Batman's parents or whatever.
Cool.
We're doing the ratings.
Yes.
Yeah, guess we'll get some good insights later on,
Mhm.
but who wants to kick it off? I guess I'll kick it off. I'm gonna give it 70%.
So what's like the 100 would be like Catch Me If You Can, Inglourious Bastards, and 0 would be like.
Well, it's kind of up to you.
The emoji
movie. Mhm.
It's like Rotten Tomatoes. No one really knows what they're.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
what's 50 like in just the average.
Yeah,
movie?
50 is like it's just done the bare minimum
Yeah.
to like get by, and it's watchable. And like anything above, it's like, yeah.
If it's below, it's like you're there because you wanted popcorn.
Okay.
Okay, gonna make it hard for us to average it.
Yeah.
I will go for a.
Well, mine's Visible Light 3 by itself, so. Yeah, yours is the only one that's not divisible by 3.
Okay, so let's do the maths here to make sure we've got more heated comments criticizing our maths. So let's average these. A score of 71.3.
That's
And that is a
calculator
scientifically
confirmed.
proven score from the Moist meter.